Hey YouTube, today I'm a little on a different side. I'm not so jolly, not so hyper today. Been doing a lot of thinking and some soul searching I have. And I just thought that today I would start vlogging about some things that's been going on with me. And every day I feel like if I blog like a personal journal, maybe it'll make me feel better. Maybe I won't have to pay for this expensive therapy, But or maybe I won't have to turn myself into this mental place to get the free therapy, whatever they call it, the easy way out of things, I guess. I got a question. Is it too hard to accept us or me? I mean, that's the least that we all can do whenever we're having a hard time. It's kind of accepting one another, it could do some literal damage, I'm having a hard time accepting me. Do you have to make it so difficult for me? Much more difficult for me by not accepting who I am? Maybe you accepting who I am at that moment would probably help me out of a lot of things that I have going on with myself. Acceptance. Never really accepted who I was. Never really gotten the chance to accept who I am or who I have become. Rather, should I say. I don't think God made me the person that I have become today. So, I always pray that and ask God that He gives me strength. No, I lied. I pray that He gives me patience, because if He gives me strength, I may just go off and explode. And I ask Him to help me accept the things that I can't change and give me the serenity to do the things that I know that I can do in order to change. But I've never really accepted who I am since I was a little girl. I've never really been able to pinpoint who I am or what I am or who am I supposed to be or what do I want to be. I always said I wanted to be a doctor. Then on the other note, my greatest passion was to be a criminal investigator, which I'm almost there. I got my couple of diplomas and I'm still working on school, working on getting things together. But I didn't give up on me. Sometimes I may fall, but I didn't give up on me. So why is it hard for you guys not to give up on me? Not saying you in particular, excuse me guys. I'm so short, y'all. I can move my leg without no problem, but without saying anything in particular, but it's just, it's hard accepting who I am, who I've become since. And I've always been told by my father and by my stepmother and that stop making excuses. Get over it. Get through it. Get it done. Sometimes whenever you listen to those words, you want to listen so badly. But no offense, those words are not true. You can't just get over something that is so traumatic to you. You can't just get through it. That's not the way it works. I've tried to get over it. I've tried to forget it. I've tried to get through it. And the world that we're living in today, something's always going to remind you of it. And I try to forgive because I want to be forgiven. But I can't accept me until I learn to accept me. I can't expect you guys to accept me until I learn to accept me. But why not accept me for who I am so I can learn to accept me? Maybe your little bit of acceptance of me will give me a courage to accept me. Because right now, I just feel like the entire world, as far as my life, my world, my family, my friends, have been really scarce. And I call them, try to keep in contact with everyone, try to tell them I love them. There's days that I could text someone and they'll read that text and just completely ignore it. And I'm okay with that. It hurts, but I'm okay with that because not everybody's willing and able to accept who you are or why you do the things that you do. Not everybody's willing or able to understand when you say that you do the things that you do not out of purpose intentions. You're not intentionally doing it. It's just who you are and you can't control it. And you want to be helped so bad, and no matter how much you plead for help, the world has came to a point, especially our parents, have come to a point where when you're a certain age, you have to do it on your own. But the last time I checked, God didn't intend for us to do anything on our own. That's why He made Adam Eve. But sometimes us human beings don't, how can I put it, get the chance to enjoy that God made Adam and Eve, because things have destroyed the meaning of Adam and Eve in your life. So then you become Adam and Steve, or Eve and Eva, Eve and Abel, or like me, Dia and Ty. You're so judged on it. You can't help what you like, especially when you're innocent. When the world was introduced to you, when womanhood was introduced to you in the worst dramatic way, and you never really told anyone, so you can't expect anyone to understand if you really never told anyone, And that's why I like to encourage people now, you have to tell someone. And I think you know what I'm talking about. You have to tell someone. I know you're terrified, but you have to. Because in the end, bottling it up and keeping it to yourself so that you can be strong like they tell you to do doesn't work. Because then you're running. You're just tucking your problems away and you're running. And then before long you become this. I wish I can give you an example. I'm trying to find something to give you as an example. For instance, I have this package in my hand. Right. I'm trying to give you an example, but I don't want to use that package. Hold on just a second. Look, for example, I just finished eating. I have this bowl, right? And eventually, everything that's happened to me, I can put inside this bowl, like they tell me. And I can tuck it away. So I can take molestation. I can put it in there. I can take verbal abuse. I can put it in there. I can take bullying. I can put it in there. I can take slander. I can put it in there. I could take judging. Put it in there. I could take being bullied again and put it in there. I could take being abused, put it in there. Misunderstood, put it in there. And I could take everything that's hurt me as a child all the way up until now, and I can pull in this boat, and I can hold it in this boat. And for a while, it's going to sit there comfortably until one day I get bullied again. Or something else happens. For example, I'm stressing about school. That's another pal. I lost a friend. That's another pal. Eventually, this pal is going to stand up so high, it's going to collapse. And once it's collapsed, it's going to make a big mess that's going to probably take you a while to clean up. Metaphorically speaking, that's how my brain has been doing me. I have been balling up things from the age of 10 all the way into now because I've always heard, do not get me wrong, I love this man with all my heart. He's my hero, and I don't think he still knows that to this day. I'm not trying to cry, but to this day, my dad is my hero. So I've always heard his voice say, Taisha, get over it. You gotta pick yourself up and just go on. Oh, God knows I'm trying. I ain't doing this for no likes or no subscribes. Cause I feel like if ain't nobody gonna listen, if I talk to myself and I share it to the world, eventually someone's gonna press this button. They're gonna hear me. And eventually they can save me from me. Cause I can't save myself. Been hearing Dad all my life tell me, you're strong, you can do it. And I know I am. But I was so influenced by those words, and this is no offense to my dad, that they enabled me. Because I failed to realize that I am strong, but I've been through a lot, and it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to have pain. It's okay to go through things, and it's okay to cry. But because I was so busy trying to keep that thing that my dad said I was, that strong person that I used to be, that I forgot who I really was. And y'all, I can tell you, I'm not so strong as I look. Not anymore. I want no sympathy, I really don't. But it only makes me cry because I've been through so much that I'm so weighed down. I find myself constantly running. I just feel like no matter where I land, I would never fit in. I became from this hyperactive person to this real quiet individual who just, y'all, I can tell y'all the other day, I walked outside for the first time in like 3 or 4 months since I've had my strokes. And everybody probably thought I was faking, but everything I went through was real. I got all them diseases, got diagnosed, all this stuff is real. But don't hold me back. But anyway, I walked out for the first time to go get a job. Put an application in. I had talked to the lady. She told me to come talk to her. As y'all know, I just moved to a new city. So I come talk to the lady for the job. But I realized that I'm really not myself. Like, I already knew it at home, y'all. I knew I wasn't myself. Because when Dia leaves, I'm here, and I don't feel like I'm here. And if I tell you guys this, I don't want you to judge me. I just want you to hear me out. When she leaves, it's like I'm alone, and I'm like this scared kid trapped in this dark room. And it's not the fact that I'm alone. It's just the fact that I'm trapped in this dark room and I can't get out because I'm alone. I don't know if it makes sense, but that's how I feel in my head. So the whole time my anxiety's like at the roof. Okay, my anxiety the other day showed really badly, and everybody that knows me know that I've always hit the streets, walked, drove, always in the streets, having either doing something, getting food, walking with friends, smoking, whatever I'm doing. Nothing holds me down from being out there. Never terrified, never been scared of nothing a day in my life, and that's probably my problem. But for the first time, I was terrified. I walked outside and I completely panicked. And it wasn't because I was in a new city. It wasn't that type of panic. It wasn't that type of panic at all because I'm used to moving, you guys. I run, I move, that's what I do. I'm gonna admit, I can tell that. I'm an honest person, I can do that. I can tell the honest truth that I run when things get a little hectic for me, because if I don't run, I get into this space of darkness and will never come out. And I say run, but I really don't run. I just move from Amarillo because that's the spot that just really gets me there. But anyway, I walk in this building and I'm okay at first. I feel like a normal person. I'm walking. I usually can walk to the store, y'all. It don't even matter. For the first time in my life, I finally felt what it felt like to have an anxiety attack. I'm in this building and all of a sudden I'm like, oh God, I'm not at home. I don't have no family. Where's my family? I'm scared. I was like a little girl lost in the corner store. I'm scared. Oh my God, I'm looking around the room like real, like hesitating like this. Real paranoid, like, and I know I look crazy because people's looking at me like you look fucking crazy. I can't help it. I'm looking around. My heart's going like this and I'm like, Dia's not here. I don't have a phone right now, y'all. My phone is messed up. I'm trying to get a new one. So, like, Dia's not here. I can't call her on the phone. I'm scared. I'm not at home. I don't have mom. Where's dad? And it wasn't like I was scared, like in a strange city. It was like, I was scared of myself. Because I felt like I was like 3 different people. Can't explain it. I was like 3 different personalities at once. And I know one of the personalities that I felt in me while I was going through this anxiety attack was a scared little girl. Oh God, she's so terrified. She's so terrified, and it's not the type of terrified like fright. She's anxious. She's really nervous. She's been through a lot. She's terrified. She's scared. That's what I felt in me. Like she's lost. She wants to find who she is, but she doesn't know who she is. And I sound crazy, y'all. I do, and that's why I'm in tears because it sounds crazy, but I'm not crazy. That's what I felt. It was like my body split in 3 just to let me know that you're not okay. You need help, Taisha. Because the person that I felt, I don't care what nobody tells me, that one personality out there was me. It was me. It showed me that I was afraid and alone and scared. And that I was doing things because I was afraid and alone. I just felt it. I don't know if it was God waking me up, or I don't know if it was my body letting me know it's time for you to seek help, honey. It's time for you to seek help. Because I've always put in my head, like my dad said, I don't need no pills. I don't need those doctors, but I do. I do some doctors. I don't need the pills, probably, but I need the doctors. I need something because this is not right. But I felt who I truly was. That's basically what I'm saying. One of me was paranoid as hell. I don't know who that person is. That person's been through a lot of abuse. The other personality I felt was normal, hyper, happy. But this one personality that sat on me the strongest was so afraid. And she was so sad. And as I'm feeling this person, and I'm panicking, and I'm looking around the room, I'm seeing flashes. It's like a movie. Because I'm seeing flashes of me like a little girl. As a little girl. Doing this, bundled, scared. After my abuse. Out of all the negative things that have affected me, I was afraid, and I seen that premonition, or whatever you want to call it, that flash as I was going through this anxiety attack in the store. No, I wasn't yelling, I wasn't screaming. I was so paranoid. I was looking around fast. Everybody was looking at me, and it felt like everybody was coming in on me real fast and me mugging me, and I was scared. I was having a full-blown panic attack. I ain't never been okay since the age of 10, and that's all I can remember is that age. I've never been okay, no matter how much I have asked for help. I haven't gotten that help, y'all. Who knew that being molested as a child would have cost so much on you when you're grown and you're like over it? And I thought I was over it. These doctors tell me, hey, you're suffering PTSD. One of the therapists tells me abuse had to happen way before you could remember. It had to happen way before the age of 10 because of the way you are. And I'm like, I don't know. But she told me, you got PTSD and you're gonna need these pills. And she said, I know a lot of people don't believe in them. And she's like, don't get me wrong, I see this glow on you. You're a very beautiful person. You have the Spirit of God all over you. You just need help. You need guidance. And she said, these pills is gonna help you. It's not one of them pills that's gonna make you want to commit suicide or nothing. Or she said, you don't have to take them now, but eventually you're going to want to accept these pills, because these pills are going to help you stay focused. And I swear, guys, I pray and I pray and I pray, and finally my mind say, take the pills. I take the pills. I don't have psychotic moments. I don't have where I want to hurt myself. I don't have depression. And I'm not high. It's a new pill, so I'm not high. Just helps me focus and helps me learn that in order for someone to accept me and love me, I have to accept myself. And I can't say that I don't love me, because I do. And that is what makes this whole situation so hard, because I do love me. I just have a hell of a way showing it, because I can't seem to get past it. I forgave the person that abused me, you guys. I did. But although I forgave, it's hard to forget. Like, it's so hard, because even when I want to, every aspect, either I'm dreaming about it or it's mentioned around me, and it just reminds me of it. Even in the midst of me laughing, I could stop and just think of the past and go to crying, you guys. That's just me. But I don't know. I guess I'll give you guys story times to share what I've been through, so you can get, more of a glimpse of why I have so much pain I'm in. I have so much anguish that I have. And it'd be the truth, and it wouldn't be no blames, no pointed fingers. But I would tell you guys what I've been through and what did it. And I hope you guys stay tuned, because I would like to share it, because maybe this will make me feel better. I'm going to try this way, because I've tried everything else. And I'm having faith in God, but even God gives you someone else that you can lean on, that can be here with you physically as well as emotionally and spiritually. But I appreciate you guys for hearing me out. Sorry for the tears. It's just hard to talk without them. Like I said, I've been building up so much. I'm gonna leak it. I just have a leak. That's it. But I hope that you guys join me in the next video, because I'm pretty sure I'll start sharing my childhood from all of my situations, so you can understand what a person really goes through when they say they are depressed, because you're hearing about all these suicides and no one's taking anyone serious. We're having too many teenage suicides, too many young kids suicides, all of this. So it's time that I share my story, so that it can reach others, and maybe others will want to reach out to me and have, and get help, too. Because I do cope well. I just don't cope as well. I'm messed up, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. But I can probably touch someone and let them know how to make it, as far as I've made it through the struggles that I've been through. And that's all that matters. But I appreciate you guys for listening. Talk to you later.